Well, this is the final project. It is 100% done, and I have in fact actually already submitted it for my assignment. It's completely done. Not much has changed around the outside of the project, still all pretty good, but a lot of stuff has changed on the inside, and a lot of the programming has been updated. Now I got the music volume levels playing correctly. I've got the switches working. I've got 3 different songs, and you can change between them over here. Give you a small demonstration of each of them. Turn it on with the main switch over here. I'll display the 3 different songs you can choose from. It no longer plays when you get to number 3 now. Now, if you want to play the song, you'll have to press the red button. Over here are some module switches. You can do these switches during or before the song, and they don't just control the voltage that goes to the servo. It actually goes into the program and it will tell it to stop using that module for either the LED module, which is this guy over here, the maraca module over here, the drum module right over there, and the buzzer module, which is actually right over here. If you didn't know what that black circle was before, that's the buzzer. So I've also got a few instructions over there. Important to note, I did not get this part working. It's a little bit crossed out, and I made it that the modules can be toggled during the song and before the song. If I had known that this would be the end, I would have chosen to do different text over here. Sadly, I made this early on in the project, so I didn't know if it was finished or not. Anyway, first song we've got here. It's the one you all, well, actually no, I'll leave the first song for later. You've heard that one a lot. It's the Nintendo Wii theme song. The second theme song, let's see if you can guess what the song is. Let's see, if you guessed the Piano Cat theme song, then you'd be correct. I doubt any of you got it. It doesn't sound that much like the original, but I input the song into the program, I adapted the code a little bit better to get it to work, and it doesn't sound exactly the same. But I'm not going to get penalized for something like not sounding the exact same. Third song time. Let's see if you can get this one. This one is the most different from the original theme song. This is... That was the Tetris theme song. It does not sound like the original at all, but, well, I got it working and it doesn't need to sound like that. I'm not going to get penalized for anything like that, so I still got good marks for that. I'll play the Nintendo Wii theme song. You've heard this one a lot, but this time I will show you the modules. Demonstrate. I'm going to start off the song without the buzzer module. Sounds a lot different, doesn't it? Also change the maraca. Or, I mean, the drum module. I've actually shortened the duration of the song, so I'll have to play it again because it has to be like around 10 seconds to show you all the different modules. So I've got the LED module, which will turn it on and off. We've got the drum module, which is currently off. Oh, I mean the maraca module, I got the wrong one. This is the drum one over here. An important part about this program is you can actually turn these on and off before or even without any power. You can turn any of them on. So for example, I will now do it with just the LED module on and everything being off. So the way this works is that the code, when it starts up right now, the microcontroller will check to see if the pins that these are connected to are high or low, if they're getting 5 volts or if they're getting no volts at all, and it will change a boolean, which is a true or false statement within the code. And now if I press play, the only thing that's running is the music soundbar. Anyway, last thing I want to show is the inside of the project. If I just open it up like this, it folds open. This is it here. Got my battery pack in there. It's all working. My fuse over here. I actually took off all the black tape over here, the electrical tape, and I replaced it with hot glue. The reason for that is that this electrical tape, it's not like heat shrink. Heat shrink is a lot better for wires, but soldering is very strong, but the wire itself isn't strong. So using the hot glue will keep the wires on there, and if it gets pulled or tugged, it won't come off that easily, which is very nice because it does happen in electronics that something gets pulled off. The other parts over here, these aren't soldered on. These are using jumper cables, so I could actually pull this off right here, like that. Plug it back in, which I'll do later. And other than that, nothing much has really changed. I've done a lot of cable management. It looks very messy. I wouldn't want to actually smush this down that much, but I had to, or else it would intersect with these moving parts over here. Oh, this is the first time you've seen this area over here. I attached the maraca to there's like a servo arm over here with hot glue and electrical tape. It's actually surprisingly good, especially if you stretch it a lot. It becomes very, very compressed. And to make sure that it doesn't come off, I use the nozzle of the hot glue gun to kind of melt the plastic so that it doesn't like unwind itself or anything like that. These are completely screwed in here. There's actually some rubber bushings in there as well to make sure it doesn't vibrate or anything like that. This is the servo over there. This actually took a while to do. I got the electrical tape on there to make sure it doesn't rattle that much inside this wooden frame. That looks ugly because I melted the end of the plastic as well so that it doesn't extend too much and it like wraps around it and stuff like that. Other than that, this project is done. The buttons are behind there. They're just like compressed in here with some plastic screws. The switch over there, main power comes in. I use press stick for this purpose. I tried using cable ties or electrical tape, but it just kept like picking itself up. So when I tried to close the thing, it would get in the way of the little finger teeth over here, the puzzle piece parts. This is the actual microcontroller in here. It's like all of it in there. It's a little hard to see, but there's also a reset switch, which you use sometimes when you're debugging. The microcontroller is plugged into the computer through that port over there. I'll show you what a microcontroller. This is what a microcontroller looks like. If you already knew what this was, I'm actually over explaining stuff like this because a lot of my family, which I'm going to send this video to, do not know what this stuff is. But basically, you plug this into the computer with this port over here, and then there's all these little holes over here numbered, and you can send signals like give a voltage or give no voltage through the pin, and you connect the other components such as this to it as well. This is an LED bar graph, which is busy being given power from this 9-volt battery over here. But basically there's a bunch of wires over there. You can give voltage into the one side and ground into the other side, and you can turn on the LED. You can control things. This can control a lot of things, stuff like temperature sensors, camera modules, ultrasonic sensors, LEDs. LEDs are used a lot. Little motors, servos, DC motors, even stuff like water sensors. It checks the water. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and there's a lot of programming you can do with it as well. Last but not least, the favorite part for everyone, the code. None of you understand how this works, and that's why it's the best part. Well, I'll give a simple demonstration. This is an array for the first song. These values are the tone values for each of the notes that are played during the song. This array over here is how long you play each of these notes. So for example, if you play the first note at a tone of 370, you play it for 263 microseconds. There's a lot of numbers on the screen for the 3 different songs. Over here, this one's easy to understand. If it's a 1, the LED on the LED matrix turns on. If it's a 0, it turns off. This stuff is jumble. You don't need to care what that is. The rest of the code, I doubt any of you would understand what it's like. But if you do understand what it is, maybe you can pause and you'll be able to see how it works. The interrupts for the switches are all over here from this point down. The red button program is over here. This is the code that controls the LED matrix, turning LEDs on and off. And then this huge chunk of code going all the way up for a while, all the way up to here, controls the song that is being played through the buzzer, the servo, and well, it controls a little bit of the LED matrix as well. Up here is just code for selecting the song, and a few bits of code, like I said earlier. It checks to see the voltage for the switches, if there's voltage or not going through. And this will probably be my final video about this, unless I want to add more to my project outside of the assignment. Now that the assignment has been submitted, I don't really want to work on it much. I've got other assignments to do. But I might come back and upgrade it, add some more songs, add longer songs, maybe some new features, tackle some set things that I didn't get finished in the end. But that is all. That is the end of this video as well.